requiring or relating to in-person attendance by members of a public body are suspended. Specifically, 1, the requirement in 5 ILCS 120 that members of a public body must be physically present is suspended, and 2, the conditions in 5 ILCS limiting when remote participation is permitted are suspended. Public bodies are encouraged to postpone consideration of public business where possible.
Very good. All right, thank you. And so we will call to order and do roll call, please.
Okay. Mayor Tomes.
Here.
Alderman Geenan.
Present.
Clark, absent. Hurt.
Here.
Spaghettis.
Present.
Swanson.
Here.
Parker.
Here.
Poulos.
Here.
Have a quorum.
Thank you very much. We will take a minute, pledge allegiance, and then a moment of silence. And if we could keep in mind on the moment of silence for Chief Ingalls of the Hampton Fire Department that lost his life, a 911 call. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Item number 6.
Minutes of the March 23rd, 2020 meeting.
Move to approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
Moved in second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Thank you. We now have public comment. This ought to be interesting. If there's anybody on the phone here that wishes to speak, please.
So it's *6 to unmute.
That's correct. Remind everybody anybody that's on the phone that would like to speak, *6 will unmute you. *6 will unmute if there's anybody out there who wishes to speak. We will have more pauses tonight than normal, probably just waiting for people in case there's a delay. So far, we're not seeing anybody. *6 will unmute anybody that wishes to speak. Well, we're not hearing anybody or seeing any action, so we will move on to update. We've got a couple items here. Leaf bag collection. The City of Rock Island is providing leaf collection for its residential refuge customers from Monday, April 13th through Friday, May 1st, 2020. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic and limited staffing, leaf bags will only be available at the Public Works Department at 1309 Mill Street, Monday through Friday, from 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Once again, leaf bags will only be available at the Public Works Department at 1309 Mill Street, Monday through Friday, from 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. COVID-19 Emergency Small Business Grant Applications. The goal for the grant fund is to accelerate, access to capital to help small businesses bridge the gap until additional funding sources are announced. DARI, in partnership with the City of Rock Island, will administer working capital grants in the amounts of up to $2,500 to qualified small businesses. Applications submitted will be added to the wait list, and as funding is available, grants will be awarded. Funding is available, grants will be awarded. More information is available on the city's website, rigov.org. QC Emergency Takeout and Delivery. The Quad City area restaurants have created a Facebook page that highlights area restaurants that are open to carry out or delivery orders. A list of Rock Island bars and restaurants is available on the city's website, rigov.org. 2020 census. As of now, all residents of the city should have received an invitation from the Census Bureau to fill out the census. A complete count for Rock Island will result in federal dollars being invested right back into the city. It's important and only takes 3 minutes via 2020census.gov. Once again, 2020, the number 2020, census, CENSUS.gov. Also want to recognize the Telecommunicators Week. The 911 dispatchers honor those individuals this week for their hard work and keeping everybody safe. So once again, thank you to them. We're going to move on to item number 9.
Mayor Tomes will close the regular meeting and open a public hearing regarding a request for a special use permit by Michael Whiteside of Whiteside Hospitality LLC to operate a bar at 3737 14th Avenue.
Okay, I'd like to close the regular meeting and open up the public hearing. Is there anybody out there that's on the phones that would like to speak in regards to this issue? We can start, once again, star six will unmute you. So if there's anybody out there, I guess we'll start with anybody out there. Is there anybody, I don't know if Mike's there, if he wishes to speak about it? Or anybody with the business?
Yeah, evening there, Mike. This is Michael from Whiteside Hospitality. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Doing well, thank you. Is that Mike?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear, I couldn't understand, I'm sorry.
No problem. I'll slow down and speak a little more clearly.
All right, go ahead.
No, we're Rock Island residents. We purchased the building up at 3737 14th Avenue. It's a building a lot of people have driven by multiple times in their life, have no clue what's inside. It's an old one-screen theater, and we're hoping to turn it into, a bar and restaurant, but for stage one as a bar. And since it has a B1 zoning and we could open a bar restaurant immediately with no issues, we would like to do it in phases and open a bar first. So it requires a special use permit. That's why we're bringing this to you.
Very good, appreciate that. Thank you. Is there anybody else out there that'd like to speak for this? Star 6 will
Mayor, if I
unmute.
may,
Yes.
Mark Poulos from the 6th Ward. I've walked around the neighborhoods while I was out walking my dog, and I have not heard anyone speak ill or against this project. So I again will be in favor of it when it comes to a vote.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Is there anybody else out there who'd like to speak for this? Is there anybody out there that would like to speak opposed to this? Star 6 will unmute you. Once again, we're going to continue to pause a little more than normal. Star 6 will unmute. If anybody, go. Do I hear somebody? Okay. Nope. All right. If there's nobody else, then we will close the public hearing and reconvene the regular meeting and entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the request as recommended, to including the stipulations as stated.
Second.
Second.
Oh, that was second by who?
Dave Keenan.
Dave Geenan. Thank you. Is there any further
Motion by
discussion with
Mark
the
Pope.
council?
This is Dylan Parker. I saw Miles was on here, so Miles, I don't know if you can unmute yourself, but I do not have a specific question about this project. I support it. I'm fine with what the new owner is wanting to do. However, I was curious about the current zoning code requiring X number of parking spaces per interior square footage. Do you
Yes.
foresee that being, do you see that being reviewed as we go through reviewing our zoning code? I guess my position is I don't know how entirely necessary that is. What's your perspective on that?
You're asking more just generally whether or not we are considering changing the parking standards as part of the larger rewrite of the zoning code?
That is correct, not specific to this project, just generally speaking.
Yes. In a word, yes. So there are a number of different conversations around how we might adjust our parking requirements so that they're a little bit more flexible and reasonable. This happens to be actually a development that's a good example of where we probably have an unrealistic standard of parking spaces for a business, or we are not using the right metrics for it. So yeah, that's definitely something that we're discussing.
Sounds good. I look forward to seeing whatever you propose.
Is there any other discussion from council on this? I think it's a great project. Once again, I did have a chance to tour the facility also, and it's going to be a great venue. All right, so let's do roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Hurt.
Yes.
Spaghettis.
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
Okay, 6 ayes, no nays. Motion carries.
Great. Item number 10.
An ordinance for the reallocation of the 2020 home rule volume cap in the amount of $3,956,190 to the Quad Cities Regional Economic Development Authority for economic development and housing projects.
Move to pass the ordinance. This is James.
Second. Second by Mark.
Is there any discussion?
We might have perhaps Stephanie come up and explain what this is about for the public's benefit.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Hi, this is Stephanie. So this is actually a community and economic development agenda item, but it is related to the opportunity for bonding dollars to be available to the business community. This is a standard agenda item that we've done every year where we do transfer this ability to transfer the volume cap to QC RETA, and then economic development works through QC RETA to connect businesses to this available bonding, and QC RETA manages the process. And so even in the last 4 years, we've had some projects where economic development facilitated the discussion with QC RETA.
Thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Hurt.
Yes.
Spaghettis.
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Poulos. Parker.
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
Okay, 6 ayes, no nays. Motion carries.
Item number 11.
Claims A through E. A, report from the Human Resources Department regarding payment in the amount of $12,102.43 to David Morrison of Rock Island, Illinois, for legal services rendered from February 24th, 2020 through March 18th, 2020. B, report from the Human Resources Department regarding payment in the amount of $3,380.44 to Johnny Fisher of Rock Island, Illinois, for a general liability claim. C, report from the Public Works Department regarding payment in the amount of $3,300 to John Robert Westfall of Milan, Illinois, for the annual land set-aside contract. D, report from the Public Works Department regarding payment in the amount of $18,799.25 to Crawford Company of Rock Island, Illinois, for an emergency water main repair at 3417 11th Street. And E, report from the Public Works Department regarding payment number 3 and final in the amount of $9,041.09 to Utility Dynamic Corporation of Oswego, Illinois, for services provided from February 22nd, 2020 through March 15th, 2020, as part of the 11th Street Sidewalk and Lighting Repairs, Project 2822.
Move to accept the reports and authorize payment as recommended for claims items A through E.
Second.
Second by Mark.
Very good. Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Hurt.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Item number 12.
Claims for the week of March 20th, 2020 through March 26th, 2020 in the amount of $314,167.12. For the week of March 27th, 2020 through April 2nd, 2020 in the amount of $403,426.24. For the week of April 3rd, 2020 through April 9th, 2020 in the amount of $712,206.46. And payroll for the period of March 9th, 2020 through March 22nd, 2020 in the amount of $1,482,262.90.
Move to allow the claims in the payroll.
Second.
Moved and second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Hurt.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Item number 13.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding an intergovernmental support agreement with the Rock Island Arsenal, recommending proceeding with the development of the proposed extensions.
Move to approve the request as recommended and authorize Public Works Director to proceed with the development of the IGSA agreement with the Rock Island Arsenal. I apologize if I stepped on somebody.
Second motion.
Second.
Moved and second. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, this is Alderman Parker. So we've had updates from management. I was curious, I'm a big believer in labor management cooperation, partnership. It's what I do for a day job. Have we solicited the union that represents the current public workers that work in these areas? Have we solicited their thoughts on this? Whether, I mean, are the employees that are going to be hired, are they going to be full employees with the city? Are they going to be contracted employees? What's the nature of that?
Can you hear me? This is Mike Bartels.
I sure can.
Alderman Parker, we have discussed this with the union, not specifically Audie Schmidt, the local rep, but they are aware that they are going to be union positions in the bargaining unit. So that is, there's no issues there. Once we get further down the road with this development agreement and get to closer to a final approval where we understand everything is kosher, then we will start beginning those meetings and move forward. But they're all in favor. They think this is a good thing. And so, yes, but we have had discussions.
Okay, that sounds good. Just as a matter of policy, I encourage, well, at least from my perspective as one of the aldermen, I like to take both management and our labor, the frontline workers' perspective of things. And so we always get briefed and memoed by the management side of things, and not always having that same type of communication from the labor side of our workforce. So I just, as a policy, encourage even soliciting memos or feedback or things like that from the different unions could be helpful in getting a full picture for us to make decisions. So, thank you very much.
Mike, this is Alderman Sforgettis. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
My understanding is if we approve this request, this tonight's meeting, that then there will be advancement of the contract proposal, and that will come back to us eventually for a final approval. Correct?
That's correct. Basically, what we're approving tonight is showing the Rock Island Arsenal that we are in favor of moving forward to develop the agreement, and then we would come back to council in either June or July with the finalized agreement for your approval.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Mike, this is Mark Poulos from Ward 6.
Yes, sir.
With a question. This does not have any impact on any future discussions, whether regarding privatizations of the water or sewer?
No, it does not have any mentions of that. As we mentioned last time in the study session, if we were to move forward and approve this and the council were to move forward with a privatization, obviously we would have a contract to fulfill, and either ourselves, the city of Rock Island, or whoever we privatize with would have to fulfill that agreement.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments? Questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Keenan,
Aye.
Hurt,
Yes.
Sforgettis,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
6
I'm
ayes.
sorry, aye.
No nays, motion carries.
Item number 14.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding bids for the 2020 tree trimming and removal contract, recommending the contract be awarded to Advantage Tree Services of Davenport, Iowa, in the amount of $76,231.42.
I will make a motion to award the bid as recommended, authorize the city manager to execute the contract documents, and authorize the Public Works Department to execute the necessary change orders.
Dave Geenan, second.
Move to second. Any discussion?
This is Alderman Sforgettis. I have one question. The bid amount, which was the low bid, was significantly lower than the other three bidders. And I was just wondering if there's any concern at all about the disparity between those higher bids and the low bid.
Can you hear me again? This is Mike Bartels.
Yes, sir.
We did speak with the low bidder, Advantage Tree Service, who we have done a lot of work with in the past years. They more or less said that with everything going on with the COVID-19, they're just looking to keep their workers employed, and so they bid it at cost. So it's a big benefit for the city. It keeps his workers busy and employed, and so that's why the difference in pricing you see.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Item number 15.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding the purchase of 2 new automated refuse packers for the Fleet Services Division in the amount of $452,882.00 from Elliott Equipment Company of Davenport, Iowa.
Move to award the bid and authorize the
I
purchase.
move to award the bid and go ahead, James.
I move to approve the bid and authorize purchase.
Second by Mark Poulos.
The second, any discussions? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Hurt.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Yes.
Item number 16.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding a request to declare truck number 3333, a 2000 Ford F-350, as surplus.
Move to declare,
Go ahead.
move to declare truck number 3333 as surplus and to authorize disposal of the surplus vehicle in a manner that will be advantageous to the city of Rock Island.
Second.
Moved in second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Hurt.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Item number 17.
Report from the Finance Department regarding an adjustment to the calendar year 2020 budget for the Community and Economic Development Department in the amount of $250,000.00 related to the Small Business Grant Program to assist Rock Island businesses during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Move to approve the budget adjustment as recommended.
Second. This is James.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Yes. Do I understand it correctly? This is Alderman Parker. Do I understand it correctly that we are basically fronting the money for this and then HUD is reimbursing it? Or was that the case and it is no longer the case?
That is the case. We are fronting the money and then we'll be reimbursed by HUD. So the procedure they're going through ensures that they are HUD eligible expenditures.
Okay, and then I know Randy, you and I have communicated individually on this, but I saw Colleen is on the line. Do we have any guidance as to what, so we got what, $600,000 more in the CARES for CDBG funds from the federal legislation?
We received an additional $649,119 that is specifically earmarked for COVID-19 projects, whatever those may be. We have, at this point, designated $250,000 towards the Small Business Grant Program. With the intent that, we don't know what the fallout from all of this is going to be in the future, near or far. So we have ensured that we have funding to address any future occurrences that would come up to address COVID-19. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense. So there's been a few ideas that I have proposed to City Manager Tweet about how to use the funding, specific programs or targeted areas where we should be helping out. And the feedback that I've gotten is we haven't gotten sufficient guidance from the feds as to what is an eligible expense. Do we have like a timeline?
So before I got on to the meeting tonight, I checked my email between 4:30 and now, and I finally have received some guidance on the funding that we're getting for COVID-19 for CDBG. That came out this afternoon. I have not had an opportunity to read it all yet. I will do that tomorrow, and then I will be reporting to Randy on what our options are.
Okay, that sounds great. I look forward to hearing from Randy on your review. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else for discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan,
Yes.
Hurt,
I have to recuse myself from this vote due to the fact that I'm attempting to obtain one of these grants.
Oh, he's recusing himself.
Spaghettis,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Poulos,
Poulos, aye.
Okay. 5 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Good. Item 18.
Report from the Finance Department regarding an adjustment to the calendar year 2020 budget, transferring $531,519.56 from the Gaming Fund to support projects originally budgeted for completion in calendar year 2019 as part of the Capital Improvement Plan.
Move to approve.
Move to approve.
Recommended.
Go ahead, James.
I move to approve the budget as recommended.
Sorry, go ahead, James. Poulos will second.
Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Hurt,
Yeah.
Spaghettis,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Poulos.
Poulos, aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Item number 19.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding a request from Mark Carlson of Carlson Brothers Incorporated, recommending that parcels 092072 and 092040, otherwise known as Lincoln Homes, be rezoned from R3 to PUD Planned Unit Development, and that the associated site plan be approved.
Move to approve the request as recommended.
Second.
Mark Poulos, second.
Moved in second.
I'm sorry, James.
No problem.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Hurt,
Yes.
Spaghettis,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Poulos.
Poulos, aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Item number 20.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding a request from Gorman and Company LLC, recommending that parcels 092003 092004, 092005, 092006, 092007, 092008, 092009, 092010, 092011, 092012, 092012-1, 092014, 09672, 09673, and 09674, otherwise known as Solomon Townhomes, be rezoned from R3 to PUD, Planned Unit Development, and that the associated site plan be approved.
Move to,
Pulos, motion to approve the request as recommended.
second.
Moved in second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Hurt,
Yes.
Geddes,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis.
Pulos, aye.
6 ayes,
Aye.
no nays, motion carries.
Item 21.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding a request from Gorman and Company recommending the vacation of a segment of a city alley south of Fifth Avenue between 10th and 11th Streets.
Move to approve the request as recommended and refer to the city attorney for an ordinance.
Second.
Pulos, second.
It's been moved in second. Any discussion?
This is Ron Kluwer with Gorman and Company. I'm sorry I was short on the draw for the last time, but I just wanted to thank you for this consideration and let you know we were here.
Thank you. No further discussion. Roll call, please. Go ahead. Yes.
Mayor?
Yes.
Mayor, this is Pulis. Asking the chief, will this cause any issues with the police department response or anything like that?
No.
No, the chief is here in person. No, there's no issue. He just shook his head.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Hurt,
Yes.
Spaghettis,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Item 22.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding a request from David Brown of Refuge United Pentecostal Church recommending the vacation of the unimproved segment of 50th Avenue east of 11th Street.
Motion to approve the request as recommended and refer to the city attorney for an ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Hurt,
Yes.
Spaghettis,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Item 23.
Report from the Traffic and Engineering Committee regarding a request from Roosevelt Hall recommending the installation of a handicap parking space at 604 9th Avenue.
Move to approve the request as recommended and refer to the city attorney for an ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Hurt,
Yes.
Spaghettis,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries.
Item 24.
Report from the Traffic and Engineering Committee regarding the request from Lester Moyer recommending the installation of a handicap parking space at 2050 33rd Street.
Move to approve the request as recommended and refer to the city attorney for an ordinance.
Second.
Pulis, second.
Moved in second. Is there any
Sorry, I will
discussion?
defer to Alderman Hart.
Was there discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Hurt,
Yes.
Spurgettis,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis.
Pulis, aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carries.
Item 25.
Report from the mayor regarding the reappointments of Dennis Pauley and Don Muse to the Liquor Control Commission for 3-year terms to expire April 2023. The reappointments of Dell Jensen Jr. and Gary Kenley to the Water Pollution Control Commission for 3-year terms to expire May 2023. And the reappointment of Stephanie Masson to the Police Pension Board of Trustees for a 2-year term to expire June 2022.
Move to,
Move to approve the reappointments as recommended.
second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Carries. We have other business, item 26, other business. Anybody out there wants to talk, any council members? Once again, I know it was the city of Hampton, but the police chief out there responding to a 911 call. Had a car accident and was unfortunately killed in that accident, so one of the finest has been lost. So we're keeping him in our memories, along with anybody with COVID-19, both ill and or has passed away. We should keep them in mind. And I guess I would reiterate, as we're doing here tonight, but people, if you don't need to be out, don't go out. Stay home. Only go out if it's necessary. And then people take their precautions like they've talked about, staying 6 feet away, wear a mask if you can, if you have one, and we'll get through this. Is there anybody else? Any council members wish to speak?
This is Mark Pulis. I would like to commend city manager and the mayor. We've had several phone calls with the COVID-19 coalition, and I know the mayors from the other cities have been working on the through this pandemic situation, and I would just like to express my thank you.
Thank you very much. You've been involved also, so. That's it. We have item number 27.
Executive session, 5 ILCS 120, Section 2, C11, litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of the particular public body has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal, or when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent, in which case the basis for the finding shall be recorded and entered into the minutes of the closed meeting.
Pulis, motion to enter into executive session as with the citation stated.
Second.
The second. Any discussion on that? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Nays? There's none. All right, I just want to remind all the council members that you do need to log out of this session and log into your executive session off your calendar invite.